First, I'm going to start by talking about the defense. I feel like we got a number of guys, veteran guys, who understand. You're right. We're so close. We're on the precipice of getting back to the Super Bowl, having lost the past 2 years in overtime losses. It's just truly heart-wrenching. But we feel really good about where we're at. I think we're leading the league in rush defense right now, getting after the quarterback. I mean, everybody loves to doubt, what we can do on offense. But, when you got Aaron back there and Jordy coming back healthy, Eddie, Randall, all these guys, we've got a very powerful, talented team, one that should, we aspire not only to make the playoffs, but to get back to the Super Bowl. So hopefully that's the case this year. Well, that's the nature of the beast. Of course, it's it's unjust. He's a bigger back. He's been that way since he came out of Bama, and people can criticize his weight all they want until they go to tackle him in the game and they realize that 240 or whatever it is that he weighs is running him over. So Eddie's a tremendous back. I know he's taking a lot of heat for that.
Who's the toughest guy for you to tackle? Who's the toughest opposition?
Well, playing against him for the longest time, it had to have been Adrian Peterson. I know it's unfortunate to see him go down this year. You hate to see great competitors go down, but he's definitely a stud. Marshawn, when he was playing, was one of those guys who you needed to bring the cavalry with you. It's you never want to see, like I just said with AP, you never want to see guys getting hurt in this league. It's unfortunately it happens all too often, especially in his case. You wonder if he rushed back too soon or trying to be accountable to his teammates. Which based off his first several years of production, that he's going to be just fine when he comes back. So you hate to see it. I'm sure the Texans just lost. One of their biggest difference makers, even though he's playing on the defensive side. So
you have a 1-year-old son, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right.
Will Clay the Fourth be a football player?
He could be if he follows in his dad's footsteps like I did, but I'm going to push him towards baseball. There's a lot less risk of injury, more guaranteed money. He can just avoid all the hits and all the broken bones and everything. But no, we'll let him choose whatever path he wants to. But based on his crazy energy and being just like his dad, he's probably destined to be a football player. This game has taught me so much, more so than just the negatives that come out from it, and obviously the positive that you see as far as contracts and fame, but working together and conflict management and resolution, everything that goes along with it, I think is just so instrumental. And it is something that as parents will, take a long look at and just kind of see how he feels about it and weigh the pros and the cons. But I'm pretty confident growing up in this family he's going to want to play football, and we're going to have to be on board.
Performance in Pitch Perfect 2. With many Packers, and a guy who said he is an honorable member of the Packers, Jordan Rodgers, was in that scene.
Right, yeah.
What do you remember about taping that with the now Bachelorette star?
Well, we just had a blast down there. We were so in over our head, and none of us had any idea what we were doing. We're used to throwing on a helmet and performing in front of thousands upon thousands of fans, but cast and crew really took care of us. They made it easy for us, and we all had a blast, especially when it comes to singing Destiny's Child's Bootylicious. You can't take yourself too seriously. But we had a blast. The final product was great. We were kind of cringing when our time came up at the premiere, but ultimately it was a great experience.
The biggest news in the NFL, Colin Kaepernick all season. You look at that as a fellow player. What are your reactions? Do you think it's people are overreacting too much?
Everybody's got their opinions one way or the other. I know I'll continue to stand for the national anthem, but as everyone kind of continues to say, that's what's so great about this country, and it seems as if a lot of attention is being garnered his way, and I know he took a lot of heat and he probably still does, but we'll see what the end game is here as far as the movement that it causes, if any. I know it's very early, but you gotta like the way New England's playing right now. Let's put New England for all the fans out there, yeah. And I'm glad you asked me that question. And the real reason behind that is because Courtyard Marriott continues to find kind of new and innovative ways to get back to the fans, especially in regard to the Super Bowl. And this year what they're doing is a Super Bowl contest in which, then you get picked to be one of the contestants to spend the night at NRG Stadium down there in Houston and wake up on the morning of the Super Bowl to watch the Packers play.